The political structure of Nigeria is changing by the day. I repeat, the political structure of Nigeria is changing by the day. No one will ever believe that APC will control the Southeast. I repeat, no one would ever believe that APC is going to control the Southeast. Currently, APC has 3 governors in the Southeast. They have Imo State, they have Ebonyi State, and now they have Enugu State. Peter Mbah has decamped from the PDP to the APC. Looking at Abia State Governor, Anambra State Governor, it remains 2 governors. For Abia State Governor, by the end of this year, Alex Oti will have joined the APC, or early next year. Mark this down. By the end of this year, Alex Oti will have joined the APC, or early next year. But for Soludo, Soludo would trade his second term for APC support. I repeat, Soludo would trade his second term for APC support because Anambra people would not vote Soludo. That is why he will go and meet the APC and plan with them so that they can rig elections. Now, the template for 2023 presidential election is that every governor will deliver his or her state. You see, if you are in the opposition and you are watching me, look at what is going to happen. Every governor will be taxed to deliver his or her state in southern Nigeria. You see what Benjamin Kalu is telling Alex Oti, that join APC so that you can have connection to the center. Join APC so that you can have connection to the center. That is the tax they will give every governor. If you want to be relevant in the next episode of elections, make sure you deliver APC your state. That is the mandate Tinubu is giving every other person. So 2027 election is going to be very, very interesting. For southern Nigeria is locked down for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I repeat, southern Nigeria is locked down for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Voters in the southeast may not want to vote for APC, but you will be surprised and shocked that APC is going to win the southeast. Voters in the southeast may not want to vote for APC, but you'll be shocked. Look at what happened with Hope Uzodinma. You saw what Hope Uzodinma did in his last election. He won all the local government, first time in the history of the Southeast, an APC governor that was hated, detested by his people, but yet APC carried the day. That is what is going to happen in the Southeast. You know what about Nigerians is that they don't know the kind of soup they are in. They don't know the kind of soup they don't enter, especially the opposition. You see, I told you that Tinubu is in charge of the executive, Akpabio is in charge of the legislature, Nyesom Wike is in charge of the judiciary. INEC commissioners will be called into a house and they will tell them what to do. They will give them directives what to do. They will be connecting to, they'll be constantly informed on what to do on election day. There will be a situation room whereby people that are in that situation room will be telling INEC officials what to do on election day. They may have written the results as we speak. Election in Nigeria is going to be brutal. 2027 election. They may have written the results and they will have told their men on ground, this is what we want. Provide it for us. Everybody is going to deliver his task. That is how Tinubu would win the 2027 presidential election. As for northern Nigeria, as we speak, northern Nigeria is divided. Very interesting. Middle Belt and Christians, they have a different opinion from Arewa. Arewa, we have so many ambitious people in northern Nigeria that want to take over from Atiku, El-Rufai and co. So Tinubu has been able to dismantle northern Nigeria left, right, center. They cannot speak with one voice again. Now, especially this propaganda from the West that northerners are begging Tinubu, come and join us and fight the West. So all these things is working in favor of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is unfortunate that at the end of the day, we may be practicing a one-party system because the opposition, they are too selfish and greedy to come to a consensus and look at the interest of the people. Like I said, it is only a southern president that can beat Tinubu. Any northern president will be out of the league. If you bring any northerner, not even Atiku, not even El-Rufai, any northerner would not be as influential to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But you look at the persons of Peter Obi and Jonathan. If the North would genuinely want to support Peter Obi or Jonathan, they will go a long way Yes, these are the greatest contenders. The APC doesn't want P2B to have a party to run. The plan of the APC is to make sure that P2B is frustrated and he will be looking for a party. We heard that one of the reasons why Mahmoud Yakubu, they told him to go on terminal leave was because he was about to register political parties. And maybe one of them is a party P2B want to use to run for 2027. So if you look at it critically, APC does not want P2B to have a party because P2B also is a threat. Tinubu wants to secure his southern base. Any Jonathan and P2B will be a threat to Tinubu. That is why he doesn't want any southerner to face him. He just wants him and Atiku. That is why PDP today, I'm skeptical about PDP fielding a Jonathan with the likes of Wike in that party. And Labour Party has already sold their birthright. Almost all the senators in Labour Party have decamped to the APC. What kind of politics are we playing? You see, this is political magic by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Many people have underestimated this man. From day one, I did not underestimate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. During the last elections, I looked at the electoral reforms of Buhari and what the INEC chairman was telling us. And I looked at the activities of the APC. I told somebody, even though I support AP2B, Tinubu is going to win this election. And they were shocked and surprised. At the end of the day, Tinubu won the election. So as it is today, Southeast is sold out for the APC. The voters may disagree otherwise. But you know, the kind of political structure we have today, the people that determine who win elections, they are INEC. If the president captures INEC, there's nothing he cannot do. The main problem we have in our election or our electoral process is INEC. Not even the judiciary, not even the police. It is INEC. So far, the governors can copy from Tinubu how Tinubu used to do it. They will call them into a room, like I said, and they will tell them what to do. Elections 2023. What Southern Nigeria will bring out as votes, what Southern Nigeria would bring out as votes, man, will be unprecedented. Northern Nigeria, they are regretting. Every day they are regretting. They never believed the kind of hammer that Tinubu has hit them. They never believed. They are struggling to organize themselves against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The OBM movement, very, very confused at this point in time. No direction, no whatsoever. Tinubu has frustrated the OBM movement by making sure that their leader does not have a political party. He has frustrated the PDP, making sure that they all go in disarray. And now he's the person in charge. APC is the party to beat. Like I said before, it only takes a coalition to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It only takes a coalition. Anything other than that is balderdash. If you don't come together selflessly and bring a Southern candidate, you cannot remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mind you, don't underestimate him. He has eyes everywhere, even in that ADC. He has eyes in the ADC. The likes of Aregbesola, Fayemi, they may be used as pawn. Yes, see, politics is dirty, yo. Politics is dirty. It's mad. It's very, very mad. It's very mad. Let's move on. Now, somebody said 4 out of 5 Igbo governors currently supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 4 out of 5 Igbo governors. Same number of governors in the Southeast support Tinubu like the Southwest. What political magic is happening? Now, in reacting to that, an average Igbo man has this mentality about elections. Somebody said, you still have not understood Igbos. In a free and fair election, Tinubu will not get 5% vote from Southeast. Mbah doesn't represent Igbos. Igbos don't worship titles. Then looking at the reaction on that, the whole thing, because Peter Mbah decamped from the PDP to the APC, some people in the Southeast are saying that he does not represent us that are Igbos. We will vote out any party that has APC in it. Gone are those days that you can make that assertion, because the person in charge is a master structure builder. He knows how to play politics from the grassroots. I'm telling you, if you were in Lagos when Tinubu was governor, you have seen what he did in Lagos State. How Tinubu was able to rise from the ranks, become the governor, captured Southwest and aimed at the national presidency, and he won. You all need to study how he did that. You need to study how he left Lagos, he colonized Lagos, and now he has colonized Nigeria. You need to study how he put his people there, Yoruba people there in power. He damned the consequences. Anybody can go to hell. He put his people in power. You need to study that. You need to study how he does not have a cabal controlling him. My brothers that are in the southeast, it is not church or church. On election day, you'll be shocked. The results that INEC will bring out, they will tell you go to court. When you go to court, you meet Wike there. They will make sure that you don't have enough evidence to present in court, and they will waste your time. That is the reality. That is why I'm an advocate of restructuring Nigeria. You don't blame the player. It is the game. That is how the system is structured. In the southeast, if you are boasting that Tinubu will not get 5%, you'll be shocked at what Tinubu will get. If they are really interested. Look at Delta State. Look at Okowa, that was deputy to Atiku just 3 years ago. He was deputy to Atiku 3 years ago. He has joined the APC because of the pressure and the political strategy of Tinubu using to collapse every structure in Southwest. If you give Tinubu another 4 years, or before Tinubu finishes his tenure, he's going to collapse northern Nigeria. I repeat, before Tinubu finishes his tenure, he's going to collapse northern Nigeria. So he's making way, like he's preparing the road for himself in the south, in the southwest, in the southern part of Nigeria. He has gotten Southwest. All Southwest governors are supporting Tinubu. Yes. Forget Seyi Makinde that is in Oyo State. Seyi Makinde for presidency is supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He supported Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the last elections. There was an interview they made with him. Edwin Obilo asked him, did you support Tinubu? He did not give a straight answer. Now from the psychology, you understand that these guys have emotional support for Tinubu. So all Southwest states are supporting Tinubu. All Southeast states are supporting Tinubu. Take it or leave it. All South states are supporting Tinubu. Mention any state in Nigeria that is not supporting Tinubu. In the southern part of Nigeria that does not support Tinubu. Mind you, the governors are the ones in charge of the structure. When you talk about structure, now governors that them get main structure. On election day, now them go command everything, the security and everything. They go tell you, say, come and vote and go back to your house. Don't stay at the polling unit. If you stay at the polling unit, there may be, come and vote peacefully, go back to your house. Or you vote, you count it, and go back to your house. Nobody should cause any wahala. They will raise an alarm that there may be violence, there may be violence to stop you from defending your vote. If I'm a governor, from what I've seen in Nigeria's political history, it is easier to rig elections as a governor. It is easier to rig elections as a governor. Like what Wike did in River State. So if you're an Igbo person having your vote, don't think you can stop Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is because the system has been rigged against the voter. The voter does not determine who becomes president or governor or who becomes their leader. You'll be used as patch, but the main people that determine who becomes president and governor, House of Rep members, senators, it is INEC. So far, the opposition does not push for reforms in INEC. So far, they don't push for reforms in INEC. They should forget 2027. One of the reasons why they sent Mahmoud Yakubu on terminal leave is because of the new registration of parties, new parties. That is why you see they are pushing this guy out. They don't want P2B to have any party. I've said it before. They don't want P2B to run on any party. They prefer him becoming a deputy to Atiku. So Mahmoud Yakubu, considering the registration of new parties, will avail P2B a platform that he will use to win the presidency. That is why they have pushed him out. And he's on leave, terminal leave. An Igbo woman is brought into the picture. So that anything that happens in Anambra State, they will not say it is Yoruba and everything. You know, these politicians, they know how to play politics. Yes, that's the name of that Igbo woman that's taken over from Mahmoud Yakubu. An Igbo man will kill the ambition of these new political parties that will be registered by INEC, confirmed by INEC, to make sure that P2B... Now, you see that P2B has become powerless. The obedient movement, P2B, they have become powerless. They are not as potent as 2023. They are not as hot as 2023. It's very, very unfortunate. See, the way Tinubu has been able to silence major politicians, it is something people need to go and research. How is he doing these things? You know, politics is a very, very interesting field. You have 5 oranges, and you're going to share these 5 oranges amongst 3 people. That is politics. How do you share 5 oranges among 3 persons to the extent that they will be satisfied? It is either you convince one person to take just one, you convince him enough that he should just take one and give others two. Or you agree that they should cut all the mangoes, cut it, make sure that it has a number that can be divided by 5. It is about convincing how you can be able to lobby your way to power. That is politics. Yes, and this young man, Tinubu, is doing it perfectly well. He has been able to bring down one of the largest and biggest political parties in Nigeria, and still, that is PDP. Within 2 years, he collapsed everything. People are afraid of Tinubu. Governors are afraid of Tinubu. After Tinubu finished with River State Governor Fubara, governors have started minding their business. He has the EFCC, he has the DSS, he has every instrumentation of power at his own advantage. So if you try him, he will shake you down to earth. And Tinubu is a mean person. I have understood Tinubu, he is somebody that is focused on a particular thing he wants to do. He does not allow anything distract him. Although he's an evil genius. Although the foundation on which APC is built is a wrong and faulty foundation. Those ones are clear. But what is clear now is that there's no opposition in Nigeria again. There's no opposition. The shocking thing that Southeast governors, Labour Party senators, they're all running to the APC. Is it not shocking? They're all living for the APC. And we are looking at everybody. You are shocked. Some people, they have stopped becoming shocked. They are used to being shocked. Labour Party, that's like, them and the APC, they are like sworn enemies. Now, they are abandoning the ship. Instead of going to another party, which is PDP, they are even going to their enemy party. There is some kind of politics that Tinubu is playing that people are not yet aware of. There's a thing he's doing. There's how he's able to win people over to his side. And it's very, very critical. As a politician, how do you win people to your side? Now, a P2B, I don't see him as a politician. He might be a liberal and, okay, a person of integrity or a technocrat. But for you to survive in the waves of political tension in Nigeria, you must know how to win people, your enemies. You must know how to use your enemies to achieve your goal. That is what Tinubu has done over the years. There are so many things to learn from Tinubu as a politician. The goods, the advantages. He has so many disadvantages. But let's focus on the advantages. I've already said my own that if Tinubu does not restructure Nigeria, I will dedicate my time criticizing the APC. Yes. There's no party that is perfect, though. Nobody is perfect. Everybody have their good and bad side. But the reasons why you see I'm rooting for Tinubu at this moment is because he's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. He has a will, and whenever he says he will pursue it to the letter, we are talking about restructuring now. APC talked about restructuring during the time of Buhari, and Tinubu also, he bought into that vision. So he has to restructure Nigeria. Be it as it may, if he does not restructure Nigeria, we know what will happen afterwards if the Fulani enter power. You see, all this antecedent, this legacy that Tinubu is leaving is going to get worse by worse. So anybody that becomes president would follow the template of Tinubu, capture, destroy opposition, because we are not practicing democracy anymore. Make sure you sabotage people, you blackmail people at your own submission. They will submit to you. You blackmail them, they now submit to you. That is the kind of Tinubu politics. And also, give your enemy an opportunity to serve under you. They will be the most loyal. If you give your enemy an opportunity to serve under you, they will be the most loyal. That is the reality. As it stands now, Tinubu is the person to beat. You'll be asking questions. Why are we talking about Tinubu? Why don't you talk about any other thing? My brother, it is high time Nigeria discover itself that he needs to stay on his own, free from any external whatever influence. Tinubu made a statement. You see, from the Shettima statement and the one he made about Trump, you know where this guy is going. Since democracy, which president has challenged the powers that be, the colonial masters, like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Tell me one person that has challenged the colonial masters like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I've not seen anybody. This man is a shrewd politician. He knows how to play the Maradona. You think he's with you, but he's scheming how to take you off your feet. It might take him 10 years for him to do so. If you understand the person of Tinubu, it might take him 10 years. Tinubu cannot fix Nigeria. People don't understand the mess we are in. Tinubu cannot fix Nigeria because Nigeria is not ready to be fixed. Nigeria have a population of different people with different mindsets. They are going to different places. Yes. Look at the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. Look at what the Igbos are saying. Look at what Fulanis are saying on Nnamdi Kanu. And some Yorubas are saying on Nnamdi Kanu that they should kill him. He's a terrorist. So people have different ideologies. No, now you are fighting for freedom. Don't you know that there will be bloodshed and revolution? Anybody that has fought for freedom, even the children of Israel, when they were in captivity under Egypt, fighting for their freedom, there were a lot of sacrifices that were made. People paid the ultimate sacrifice with their lives. So that is normal in any agitation. So Nigeria as it stands today, Tinubu has conquered everywhere. Give him the next 4 years, he will conquer Nigeria.